Welcome back, 5th grade teachers, to another Passport to Social Studies video. My name is Mr. Giordano, and I am the Virtual Content Specialist for 5th grade Social Studies. I'm continuing this video from the last video that we recorded speaking about Flipgrid as this really wonderful tool to use for student shareouts of group work or even individual projects. It's even a great tool for reflections after lessons or to complete the wrap-up assignments. So now the question remains, how do we actually create a Flipgrid and have it where we can continuously post new topics throughout the year for students? So what we would do in order to activate a Flipgrid is to first go to info.flipgrid.com, and from there we're going to log in. You can log in under your school domain or your @schools.nyc domain. You can select which one you want to link it with. And once you log in, you'll see this page where you can begin to think about your groups. Now, your groups, what that really means is your classes and which classes you want to create a group for, then thinking about adding a topic. But first, let's start off with our groups. So let's create a group together. And so as soon as we press that, it automatically creates one. It gives us this cover image, and you can change it to different options that they have. You can even upload one. So you can make it different things. You can browse through it and see which ones you like. So let's say we want to update it. Now let's make a name. We're going to call this 5th grade social studies. We want to make sure it's active. That means students can begin to post on it as soon as the group is made. You can turn on group notifications, which will mean that people will get email notifications for all the new responses and comments. That might inundate students' emails, so I don't think that that's necessary. If you think it is, though, you can turn that on. And then the permissions. Now, this is where you're actually thinking about how students will gain access to your Flipgrid. Typically, the best way I think to do this is to use student email, which means that you would link it to the domain or the email address that you're using for your group. So for example, if you're using the @schools.nyc emails for your class for all your students, you can just type that in and press enter and see it turns blue. That means that it's accepted it and that anyone with that ending email domain can gain access to your Flipgrid group. So you could do it that way, or you can do it by Google Classroom, and you can link it to your Google Classroom where it's going to connect right to it, and it's going to just seamlessly hook onto students' emails that are in your Google Classroom and give them access. You can create usernames for your students, although they might have difficulty remembering that on top of the email addresses that they already have. So again, I think the easiest way is probably just doing it through their student email and just using the same domain that's used in your school. So then you can press create group and the group will be created. It says it's ready to use. Again, you can share it right to Google Classroom. You can copy the link. You can even create a QR code and hang it up in your classroom, and students can just go up to it with their cell phones and hover with the camera open, and it will pop up the link from the camera roll, and they can click that link. It'll take them right to the website. So there's a lot of really cool ways to do this. I've seen teachers use this on bulletin boards where people can then use their phones to view the student videos from bulletin boards outside their classrooms. Okay, so again, something that's really great about Flipgrid is that you can view it as a student. So you can always go in and actually click this and now view it from the student point of view. But first, it is going to ask you to sign in, right? And just like I said before, it's only going to let you sign in when you use the same domain that you had put in when you created the group. So in this case, let's say I want to join with Google. I'm going to use the @schools.nyc account, and it successfully allowed me in. And so now this is what students would see. Let me go back. And now let's look at topics. So the topics are the actual assignments or the posts that you want students to respond to. Flipgrid automatically creates this generic hello, I am as a welcome for students to participate on. You can make this active, which means they can respond. You can freeze it, which just makes it frozen at that moment, or then you can unfreeze it if you like, or you can hide it where students won't be able to see it. You can even delete it if that's something that you don't want to have. You can delete the topic, you can duplicate it. So there's a lot of different ways you can play around with this topic. But again, let's focus on now creating a topic. Let's say we wanted to use this, as we were mentioning in the previous video, as a share out. So we can name it share out for your project for your, you can just say or even a reflection. Let's say a group reflection or a reflection on a project. We can say, please share a glow and grow, or you can use the tag protocol for your group project. And you can upload or attach something to the assignment. If it's a video of yourself, maybe explaining it, or a YouTube video, you can link it to the assignment post if you'd like. So that gives you that option down here. You can even add an emoji. So let's say I wanted to just add a fun little emoji to the video. I'll make it this little guy. There he is. Okay. You can add a password if you'd like. But there's really no need, again, because we already have it turned on where students need to have the same email address to get in, right? The at schools.nyc.gov to access the page. And then again, you can turn on this part where it says topic moderation. That means that only the videos will be viewable once you've approved it to make sure everything's appropriate. So I think it's a good practice to turn this on at the beginning and just get students familiar with how to use this tool, make sure their comments are appropriate. You can turn on or turn off video and text comments for the video recordings that are posted. You can change the amount of time that students have to record. You can change it from any of these, let's say 10 minutes, the closed captions as well that are created instantly from the videos. It generates closed captions for students. So you can play around with the different languages or turn it off. And let's create the topic. Now the topic is created, it's ready to use. So we can press all set. Something I do like to do is just go back into the options for editing the topic once I've created it and make sure everything is correct. Make sure I didn't miss anything. You can always add attachments to your topic if case that you wanted to add, let's say, a Google form or something, a Google Doc, you can add the link to it. You can even end it where it would stop being active by a certain date. Maybe it's open for a week or so. You can allow editing for the video so students can edit or change around pieces of it if they want to cut out maybe clips that they don't like. You can allow for likes. Students can like each other's videos. Create sticky notes. Students can download and share the videos. So that's something sometimes I do like to turn off. And then all these other features as well. So we can update it, just make sure it's what we would like it to be. And now, of course, let's view it as a student and make sure it's accurate. It's going to ask me to sign in again. Again, let's make sure we're viewing it correctly and that it's accurate. We're going to log in with our NYC Schools account, and then we can see this is the assignment, share out reflection, and the students would press this button and be able to record. Now, once they are set to record, what they'll be able to do is they'll be able to go to options, and they can upload a clip from maybe something else they've created, just have mic, so just make it audio, mirror image, mute themselves, record their screen. So we can do a screen recording where they can show you their work, their project, and they can then speak to that. They can have effects added, filters, text they can add to the screen, or different things that they could write. They can add stickers. They can put as frames or other photos to their videos, so they can really make it special and really make it unique to them. So this tool, again, I really like for reflections after creating assignments or creating projects. Again, they can even put the emoji over their face, so if they don't like the way they look, or even if you wanted to make it like a guessing game of guess who, and they could put the emoji over their face, that way you don't know who it is, and record the video like that. So there's a lot of ways to really make this student friendly and have it as a great reflection tool, a great way to even have read alouds and just create opportunities for more student engagement. Okay, so again, that's just a little overview on Flipgrid. I hope that this really helped you to better understand how to create a Flipgrid and have it as a tool that you can use throughout the year, continue to just add more topics to, and just have it as something that students use as a reflection tool, as a way to give feedback, as a way to share out their projects. And I hope that this helped you better understand this wonderful tool. So So thank you so much for joining me, and have a great day.